So we just walked through Rest Park, and it's W-R-E-S-T. It's an estate in Bedfordshire, but very simply this place is an agricultural college, so experimental crops and planting methods, fertilisers, all that sort of stuff goes on here. But this is pretty much the beginning of our little walkout. Like I say, we're literally just going to walk out about 5 miles, I suppose, and find somewhere to sort of overnight camp. We have no idea where that's going to be. Wake up nice and early in the morning and walk back. But come with us, that's our little trip. We're going that way. Like I say, out with Lone Wolf, we're walking down this beautiful kind of woodland glade, and I'm always surprised because people sort of turn around to me and say, you know, when you go out and, you know, where could you wild camp and all the rest of it. Well, actually, if you were discreet, if you were actually sort of stealth camping, and what that means is exactly what we're going to do today. You know, we're going to find somewhere to camp probably just before last light, so we'll probably tab till, I don't know, maybe 7 o'clock, something like that. Then we'll find somewhere not dissimilar to this, hopefully. We'll get in sort of, you know, as far back from the path as we think is safe. Little sort of low-level bivvies, you know, maybe sort of 18 inches, 2 feet off the ground. Little fire, bit of scoff. We're going to put the world to rights like we normally do. And then, of course, it's get up early, leave no trace, and tab on back, you know. So as it says on the tin, you know, stealth camping. But I've never really had any trouble with it, you know. I think in all the time I've been out doing a bit, I've probably had maybe one occasion where people have sort of, somebody came across me and asked me to move on, you know, and I did, you know. I literally just packed up, tabbed out about 400 yards, set up camp, and that's where I stayed for the night, sort of thing, you know, without having a sort of confrontation or a big row with anybody. But this is it, mate. This is beautiful Bedfordshire for an overnight stealth camp. Well, for anyone that wonders why we bother doing it, I mean, look at that beautiful countryside. Okay, you're probably getting a little bit of wind noise, but mate, if you could smell this, this is the smell of the countryside. There's quite a lot of wildlife here. We've seen kind of rabbits and pheasants dashing around the place, and really beautiful, peaceful little spot. You know, we're not sure where we're going to stay. Like I say, it was completely off the cuff. You know, we've literally met up today, you know, sort of mid-afternoon, heading out, and we're sort of back with our commitments by midday tomorrow. So we thought we'd just have an overnight. It's about a 10 mile, sort of 8 to 10 mile tab, really, on this little kind of round robin, and this isn't quite halfway, but it is a beautiful spot to kind of just pitch up and spend the night, you know. So this little bit of woodland gives us cover from view. Don't think anyone's going to stumble across us, and just need a kind of a little fire, really, to cook a very simple dinner that I've brought with us. So yes, I will be cooking. But you know, Rich is having a look at the map and the route in the background there, so we are really sort of making it up as we go along. But yet another great little sort of 24 hours in the great outdoors. Wow, okay, so I just share this little spot with you, but we picked a little bit of dead ground. So we've got a kind of rising bank in front of us, we've got this fence, barbed wire fence behind us. It's a little kind of gully, really, runs both ways. Got a couple of small trees that give us a little bit of cover from view, We've literally just got to find a couple of flat spots, you know, so I've got my little hoop bivvy, and might not even bother putting the poles in it, you know, just get in it and drag it over me. It looks like we might have a bit of rain later, but I'll get a little bit of shelter off of this tree above me, and that's it really. Let's just show you the little kit that I've come out with today. So there's a quite in-depth little film on my channel as to what I carry in my 24-hour go bag. It hasn't changed much, I've literally just dragged it out of the car. And I've picked up one of my side pouches off of my SP40 Snug Pack Bergen, and filled it up with a few incidentals. My intention is to cook some scoff for Rich. I've bought a little bit of food, and as always we'll eat like kings. Got my coat hung up, so mate, this is home. This is what I mean about the gully, you know, so as you look off into the distance there, so we've got these couple of little copses. We've got this embankment that's given us cover from view from the footpath. That sort of goes pretty much all the way along there, and then it sort of heads down the fence line, and you know, it's quite a secluded spot. So this is where we've decided to camp. Next thing is just get some firewood together. Rich has kindly started for us, so we'll have a small fire, cook a couple of little bits and pieces. Firewood's kind of laying all around, you know, so I don't think for a moment we've got to start chopping trees down and all the rest of it. You know, there's enough dead wood, you know, like this for example. You know, it's all kind of seasoned dead wood, and that will cook our dinner, no problems at all. But I'll bring you all back when we're a little bit more set up and ready to get a bit of scoff on. So I've literally just slung a tarp up. I've put it that high because the plan is to sort of have the fire underneath it if it starts to rain. The plan isn't really to have a massive campfire, something quite discreet. I've just put it up with gardening twine out of my little 24-hour bag. So what I've done is I've just walked around it and doubled the guy lines up. So hopefully, you know, in the middle of the night, if we get any gusts of wind or change of weather, that it doesn't come down. Much better you do this sort of thing now, because if it breaks in the middle of the night, you know, it's going to be twice as difficult to sort out. But 60 metres of gardening twine in my little 24-hour go bag. It's my sort of get out of jail cordage really. It costs nothing. Wow, okay everybody, so the fire lay is burning down. We're going to have some embers in a bit. It's been quite warm, so I kind of thought rather than bangers, mash and onion gravy, you know, something heavy, that we'd have something a little bit summery and a little bit light. So we're going to have, believe it or not, salmon steaks, prawns, mixed salad, bit of salad dressing, cheese, lemon juice, just cucumbers, lone wolf's not too partial to tomatoes, so cherry tomatoes in there, take them or leave them. Bit of salad, so very simply big salad with loads of dressing, with salmon steak and prawns on top, a bit of dressing, pork wraps, so they're just kind of bread wraps, but very simply that's going to be the plate that we're going to eat off of. I'm going to cook the salmon and the prawns in foil envelopes over the embers. So I'm going to dress my salad. Got a carrier bag here, just going to put my salad into the carrier bag. Got a couple of different types of salad, and I've got plenty of it because at the end of the day, you know, we're two sort of grown men, so mate, anyone that's watched our channel knows that we can eat. So there's a great big bag of salad. In there is going a bit of salad dressing, nice big glug of that. That one is vinaigrette, and this one is sort of honey mustard. So there you go, honey mustard. Same, just a big bosh in the bag, and then all I'm going to do is just shake the bag up. That's going to be it's going to be as complicated as that one is. So that's a nice big kind of portion of mixed salad. Next thing I'm going to do, just in a bit of tin foil, is going to make up some envelopes, put the prawns and the salmon in, put it in the embers of the fire to cook. That's as complicated as that's going to be. So just tin foil, nice kind of generous bit of tin foil. What you want to do is kind of double it up, just so that it kind of doesn't burn through on you. Fold it into an envelope, then all I'm going to do is just fold the sides in a couple of times, 2 or 3 times, same with the other side. Right, and that gives us an envelope that we're going to cook our food in. So I'm going to make 2 parcels. These are our prawns. It's a little trick really, but what the score was I got these straight out of the freezer. So when we came out on the ground, or when we started our walk, these were frozen, and slowly but surely they have thawed out. Salmon steaks, you know, they're always a bit of a bargain. There was sort of 2 packets, so 4 steaks for £7, which I didn't think was too bad. That's a beautiful bit of salmon. You know, we've got a nice piece of salmon each. So again, one of those in the old parcel. These little Jif lemon juices are perfect for the field. And they've got a little seal on them, so it keeps it nice and fresh. And you know, just a bit of lemon juice in the old parcel. Now what we're going to do is seal it up, so we just fold the top up a couple of times, and then they're just going to stand in the embers of the fire as soon as the flames have died down a bit. But that's the first one more to do. So here's the second one. There's the old prawns, there's the other bit of salmon. Same as before, generous sort of squidge of lemon juice. Seal the parcel up. So we've got these 2 little parcels that are going to go in the edge of the embers, just like you'd cook a baked potato. Nice simple way to do cucumber, just to you know, take it into kind of pieces like this, and then so we're going to slice it this way, almost all the way through, but not quite, and then cut it the same the other way. And that is going to be our cucumber in the sun. Right, just zipping the skins off of this bit of spring onion. Again, you know, I'm just going to zip it up. This is just a big sort of rough and ready carrier bag, you know, plastic bag full of mixed salad with a bit of dressing. Okay, so this is just how you would kind of do it at home, you know, if you had a salad shaker, or funny enough, a nice big bowl. But get the dressing all over the salad. So far we've got cucumber, spring onions, a bit of cheese in there. I'm going to have some tomatoes in mine, but that is our nice big mixed salad. So not exactly 2 parcels of Percy, but salmon and prawns just in the embers there. So I'll give them about 5 or 10 minutes and turn them over, and then serve them on a nice big bed of salad. But that is our evening meal on the way. So here's a little tip for you then. As soon as the parcels start to sort of puff up, you know, till they look like they're kind of full of air, it means that your food is well on its way to being cooked. So just a little tip, you know, keep an eye on it. As soon as they're all puffed up, give it another couple of minutes, pop them open, dinner is served. Alright, so the parcels have kind of puffed up, which tells me that the meat inside is done, so we're going to open them up one at a time and pop them on the top. Oh, look at that. Nice pink salmon and prawns. I don't know about you, ladies and gentlemen, but that looks like roughing it in the field to me. Oh, can't let them go away. Ladies and gentlemen, service. Wow, okay everybody, so obviously you want to know what it tastes like. Well, the way to eat it is just with your fingers. Rich just said to me, how am I going to eat it? Just pick it up, put it in your face. If I've got a criticism, a little bit of sea salt, something like that, just to sprinkle over the top. But salad's lovely, salmon's done to a turn, prawns are nice. It's not bad. Come in, Rich, what do you think of it? Second opinion.
Absolutely delicious. I didn't expect it. I didn't know what I was going to be eating until I got here tonight. And I've got to say I'm very pleasantly surprised.
So I think the easiest way to eat these is literally just to kind of roll it up into a wrap and pick it up and eat it.